Good evening, Lancer Class of 2024, and welcome to the 2021 Semester 1 Freshman Honor Roll Recognition Ceremony. I want to welcome our Lancer parents, guardians, community members, members of the Board of Education, staff, and guests. We are extremely honored to have you all join us for this virtual presentation, and we greatly appreciate the continuous support you all afford to our students each and every day. I'd like to start by thanking the members of our staff who worked to make this presentation possible. Ms. Gorey and Ms. Anderson for their amazing skills in developing and sharing such a beautiful virtual presentation. Our upper class students who will share with our future Lancer leaders some useful advice. Our guest speaker, Ms. Hall, for sharing her experiences that led her to where she is today. And our principal, Ms. Broderico, who provides us with the guidance, tools, and resources needed to support each of our students every day. To our parents, thank you. Thank you for your relentless support in ensuring that your students are wavering through the many challenges that this year has brought to them. We know this hasn't been easy. Without your hard work and commitment to your students' education, there's no telling where we'd be today. Finally, our 2024 Lancer students. Speaking of commitment, as a new member of the Lancer family, I continue to be amazed by your commitment to accomplishing your goals each and every day. Your determination, hard work, grit, and resilience to strive in these challenging and unprecedented times is not only an inspiration to me, but to the hundreds of incoming Lancers that will join us in the coming years. As freshmen new to the high school, you have overcome so much adversity. And because of these obstacles you have faced, I feel you are now better than ever equipped to overcome the many challenges that you will face in your journey to your post-secondary endeavors. Honor Roll is not an easy feat. As a freshman, and each and every one of you have shown the willingness to commit yourself to your education and achieve this amazing goal. Students, this evening is to celebrate you. You will hear from a number of guests that will share their experiences and how they have helped them achieve much success throughout their educational lives. As I turn this presentation over, I want to remind each of you that while this is an amazing accomplishment, the work has only begun, and this is the time to take this momentum and build on your success. Again, thank you all for joining us for tonight's virtual presentation. Congrats to the first Honor Roll class of 2024, and I take pride in introducing to you our Assistant Principal for Student Services at West Campus, Ms. Hall.
Dear Lancers, my name is Mrs. Hall, and I'm the Assistant Principal for Student Services here at the West Campus. I want to extend my congratulations to you on making the Honor Roll for first semester. This is a great honor and a personal accomplishment. Transitioning to high school during a regular year is difficult enough. But you started your high school career during a pandemic. Wow, what an accomplishment. You demonstrate resilience, grit, and perseverance, and I'm incredibly proud of you. Speaking of perseverance, I know what it takes to experience something unknown. Most of you do not know that I grew up in Germany and that right after high school I made the decision to immigrate to this country all by myself in order to attend college. Let me tell you, it was not an easy task. I knew nothing about this country, the people, the culture, and especially the educational system. Oftentimes I felt very lonely and I wanted to give up when challenges came my way. I called my mom in Germany every couple of days, crying and begging for me to come back home. But my mom believed in me and that I can accomplish all my dreams. So she told me to be strong and not to call her again, even though she wanted nothing more than for me to come home. At times we need some tough love to keep us focused on our goals, and I'm beyond grateful for my mom and for her believing in me. Each of you brings an original story, important experiences, a powerful voice, and a unique perspective. It takes a great deal of commitment, hard work, and determination to achieve such an academic honor during these unprecedented times. Your commitment to excellence is evident in earning this academic honor. The diligence and effort you have given to your academic performance here at Lake Park serves as an example and inspiration to so many. And if it is an indication of the effort you'll put into life, you will be successful in all that you do. You should indeed be proud of your work. Once again, congratulations on making the honor roll. I wish you continued success and perseverance, especially when life seems hard and you want to give up. I'm truly looking forward to seeing you at the West Campus in a couple of years. Go Lancers!
Hello, freshman parents and students. We are excited to take this opportunity to honor and recognize your accomplishments of making the honor roll your freshman year. We are proud of you and the hard work it took to get here. I have with me today some upperclassmen who would like to share some words of wisdom and advice and encouragement to continue to pursue these accomplishments. Please introduce yourself, tell us what grade you are, and what you are involved in at Lake Park.
Hi, my name is Kayla Bloomingbird, and I am a junior at Lake Park. Prior to the pandemic, I was involved in cross country, cheer, and track. I also was involved in some groups. I was involved in the Junior Equity Board Group and the Student Equity Board Group. And that's a little bit about me.
My name is Lauren Boafo. I'm a senior here at Lake Park, and I'm not involved in anything per se in Lake Park, but I do play club soccer outside of Lake Park.
I'm David Szczerkewicz. I'm a senior at Lake Park. I've been lucky enough to represent Lake Park as youth governor in the past year. I do some stuff with student council, and I've worked with regional student council. I love to do school spirit stuff, volunteer with clubs and community organizations in Lake Park. I've been wrestling 2 years. This year's going to be my third. And I've also had the honor of representing LP DECA. And I'd love to pass on to Julia.
Thanks, David. I'm Julia Romero. I'm a senior at Lake Park, and I was on varsity cheer my freshman and sophomore year. I have been doing key clubs in sophomore year, and then I'm also on student equity board, and I've been doing the Pathways gym since sophomore year.
Wonderful. We're going to go ahead and start with our first question, which is, what does pursuing academic excellence mean to you, and why should you continue to make this your goal?
I was going to say that, truthfully, as freshmen on the honor roll, that's a big deal. What you guys have done here today, that's something you should be proud of, because it shows a great deal of initiative on your part going into high school, not knowing what to do exactly, kind of especially an unprecedented year, and still nonetheless getting up there and getting your academic goals. That's huge. So truthfully, I think for me, it was always about mindset. It's not about meeting somebody else's standards for academic excellence. It's about pushing your own. It's about seeing what you can do and realizing that and making it happen and kind of seeing how far you can push yourself and getting there. So I think that in order to pursue academic excellence, you shouldn't think of it in terms as a certain average, a certain number. Think of it as, how much can I learn? How much can I push myself to challenge myself, learn something new, learn something that I didn't think I could do before. I mean, I remember there are some tough classes that you're going to have sophomore year, freshman year. Some of you may be starting to get into APs. Those are going to push you. You have to remember, I mean, it's not always going to be easy, as many of you have learned. And it's about not finding what's easy, but taking the challenge and actively seeking it out and pushing it and seeing how far you can go. Because truly, it wouldn't be as big of an accomplishment and as big of a challenge as if it would be difficult. You can't shy away from difficulty, and frankly, I don't think you guys have, and I think you should be proud of that, and I think you should carry that mindset forward.
Yeah, so congratulations to all of you, and along the lines of what David was saying, being academically excellent or whatever means you don't have to live up to someone else's standards. You don't have to take all honors courses or AP courses. You just need to succeed in what is pushing you to be your best. Just because all your friends are in high classes doesn't mean you should get into those and then fail because they're too hard for you. You need to do best at what your comfort level is, and you need to keep doing this throughout high school because it'll just get you prepared for college.
Thank you, Julia and David. We're going to move on to our next question, which is, how do you balance your academics with your activities and sports and getting involved in the community?
Well, for me personally, like I said before, I'm not involved in anything at Lake Park because I play year-round soccer for Eclipse, and it's extensive and it's really, it keeps me busy. So I've learned over the years that balancing grades with other activities and sports, it's a lot. And for me, like, I feel like if I continue to have that mindset, like kind of what David and Julia were saying, like if I push myself and I understand where I want to go in life and what I want to accomplish, that's what motivates me to continue to balance all of these things out. Yeah, it's hard. Trust me, I know. Like, I'm a senior now, and I was a freshman like 4 years ago. So it's difficult, but if you continue to like put in the back of your mind where you want to go and what you want to accomplish, it becomes easier if you have those goals and those dreams. So it's hard, but you like just surround yourself with people who understand what you do day to day, and people who will continue to push you to be better and understand that life is stressful, but like life is life, and you can't really control outside things, but you control the things that you do.
And if I might go off of that, I think that is an excellent point. I mean, clearly you cannot control everything life will throw at you. The only things that really we have control over are what we can do ourselves to react to them. And frankly, I think that when you're balancing your schoolwork, getting your homework done, studying for tests, getting projects in, with getting work in for sports and making commitments with clubs and volunteering, you have to remember to take charge of what you're in control of, and to take responsibility for the things you could have done better, and really working on that, and not to get thrown off course by things you can't control. Truly, I think is that it can feel overwhelming at times when you're doing a lot of things and jumping around. But once you get into a rhythm, once you establish what to do at what time, it really starts to get smoother. I'm just gonna take an example. I mean, at first in my sophomore year, I was juggling a lot. I was doing community stuff. I was doing work with clubs, and I just started wrestling for the first time. It might seem overwhelming at first, but once you start writing things down on a schedule, getting some Post-it notes up, starting to get an understanding for what things to do, at what time, it really starts to get easier. So the key is, I think, really for me, is scheduling, and to take the lessons you learn from somewhere else in a different club or in a different sport that's unrelated, and try to apply that to what you do to other things in your life. And I think that those lessons can really help you go far and truly make yourself a more well-rounded person, and make the most out of your educational experience.
Thank you. David, you really touched on this a lot already, but Lauren, do you have any follow-up with how to deal with the stresses and challenges of maintaining a balance between all of the activities you're involved in and school?
Yeah, just like David said, like scheduling is a very good thing to do, like writing down, what homework you have to turn in, like what time practices, just those little things. Like when you start to do that, you start to mature. And when you mature, I feel like you kind of realize that like the stress kind of goes away, and it's a very important thing to do. But also I feel like just living life by the moment, like not trying to think about like the future so much, because the future is there, but like it's what you do now that is important, and that helps you like calm down and take things into consideration and understand that Like life is a lot, but if you take it step by step, that it's not so bad. So if you're doing sports or you have a big game coming up, just calm down, take deep breaths, and know that you'll be fine. Like just reassurance also helps. Like just telling yourself that you'll be fine. Like you're studying for that big test and you're nervous. Like just tell yourself you'll be fine. You've been studying and you'll do great. Like having a positive mentality also helps you like de-stress.
I think if I may go off of that, I think that is an excellent point, just about how the stress gets better over time, because I've heard a lot going in as a freshman that it can be scary, that you should never bite off more than you can chew. And there's this kind of balance that I think you guys are faced with. It's this uncertainty if I'm doing too much or if I'm doing too little, and how many clubs should I sign up for? How many APs should I take? How many honors? And we hear this a lot. Don't bite off more than you can chew. And while I think it's definitely important, you should never make promises or commitments you can't keep. Always be asking yourself, can I do this? And tell yourself, yes, I think I can. Because the truth is, you probably can. And that's something I think we've all experienced sometime during our time at Lake Park, where we have moments of self-doubt. And once you just take the plunge, once you go for it, then you understand that this is something you can do and something you can follow through on. Provided that you just remember your time commitments, what you already have going. And as long as you stay aware of that, always be hungry. And when you're hungry, there's no such thing as biting off more than you can chew, provided that you work hard and you stay aware of what's on your plate already.
Awesome. Thank you both. Moving on, is there a message that you would like to share for our parents watching?
So for our parents, like I feel like we are focusing on like your students and like we're congratulating them, but like years before they became freshmen, like you were their caretakers and you still are their caretakers, and you taught them before any of our teachers here at Lake Park did. So just also congrats to you, because I know how proud you guys are. Like I know my parents, like they sometimes I feel like I don't say like thank you enough to them, and you probably are feeling the same thing for your students. Like, but just know that they're here because of you guys and they work hard because of you guys. So continue to like push them and continue to like be with them. Like I've said many times, like life is stressful and high school is a lot, but they can do it and they have done it. Look at them now, like they're in the honor roll, and that's such a good accomplishment. And like just continue to stay by their side and be their parents. That's all you can do.
What advice do we have for our freshman honor roll students?
Okay, so first I do want to congratulate the freshmen who have made it to the honor roll. And I would like to follow up on the three others that have talked about the freshmen and how it may like be when you're entering high school. But some advice I would like to give is like, don't stress. It can be stressful, but don't put too much stress on yourself, because it's just going to overwhelm yourself and then it's not going to get any better. I'm not gonna lie, when I got into high school, it was like a lot going on, but it's gonna be like that for everybody, but you just have to find a way to work through it. I learned to like manage like homework and like between like sports or clubs. So learn how to like manage and, you know, like organize. Organizing is a really big thing for me, and it gets like a lot of work done. Like it can really be helpful. So find different ways like that you can cope like with homework and things like that. I also want to say like have fun. High school, you know, this is the time to have fun. And even though it could be academics, make sure that you find like a good friend group, you know, that you can be around and enjoy high school with. There's, you know, events that you have. It's not only honors. Yes, that's a great accomplishment, but you want to make sure that you're also having fun in the high school. I also want to say like, if you ever need help, make sure like you reach out to teachers, counselors. They're all here for you to help. Lake Park is really great in like reaching out to students and being able to be there and help students that need it. So yeah, make sure you reach out to whoever you can, and like I said, have fun.
Yeah, so high school goes by really fast. Like, I know that sounds so cliche and you're gonna think I'm just like lying, but I still feel like I'm a freshman. Like, if I could go back to freshman year and redo all of this, I would. It literally goes by so fast. You just have to take every moment and do the most that you can with it. Don't slack off. Like, everything's gonna happen for a reason. You're gonna succeed and get into the honor roll because you put the work in. So don't just think, oh, like I can make my way into there by just slacking off everything. Like, do the work, just especially your homework. Your homework makes up so much of your grade, and half the time it's easy, especially during this pandemic. Like, our teachers are helping us so much. So do your homework and then just study for tests, and you guys are gonna do great.
And our final question is, what are you most proud of at Lake Park?
I am most proud of Lake Park's academics and the fact that they are really good with communication. A lot of schools, they may not reach out to students like they should, and that is something that Lake Park does, and they make sure that the students feel welcome and that they're comfortable in the environment. Another thing is that they just provide a lot of resources for you. So if you ever need help, say like if you're looking for like classes, like the teachers are always willing to like give you more information on that. Or say schools, when you graduate, they're always willing to help and make sure that they provide you with the resources you need so that you'll be successful.
What I'm most proud of at Lake Park is definitely the community, like the people, from the teachers to like the staff to the students. Like you guys are freshmen, and it's been a pretty interesting freshman year, and like all of this whole year has been crazy. And I know it's hard. You didn't really experience anything like really inside the school, and I'm just hoping and praying that you guys, like years to come before you leave here, that you experience just a glimpse of what I'm talking about, like from like the drum line, like going down the halls for like people going to state and basketball games and football games, like the energy you feel and just the excitement of being a part of this community and this family, like it's just so overwhelming, and just I love every second of it. Like I'm just hoping you guys just experience what I'm talking about, and when you do, you'll know, like you'll feel it.
I think personally, if we would be to sit here and list everything that was special about Lake Park, we'd be here a long time. But I think that one thing in particular that stands out to me, as Lauren mentioned, has got to be the community for me as well. It's not just a community, it's not just a school, it really is in every sense of the word. It's a family. I mean, you're gonna walk in here, like you guys know, with people you haven't really you may not have known for all this time. You might not have known your classmates, but believe me, after the 4 years that I've been here, since being in your shoes, you are going to grow into a family. You're going to grow into a group of people that is going to stick out for each other. I mean, you hear stories in other colleges and other high schools where people are ripping pages out of exam books so other kids can study and they get the highest grades. And there's a lot of pressure for you guys to perform academically. And I understand how it feels to be in a competitive environment like that. But truly, in Lake Park, this is not competition. This is family. This is going out, sticking a hand out for somebody else. Just doing something as simple as opening the door for somebody or helping them with their homework or helping them understand something in class. This is something that we do here. This is a culture that has grown for years, since the beginning of Lake Park. And it's something that's going to continue to grow with this next new generation of sophomores coming in right here. So just remember, always be there to help somebody out. Keep that sense of family going. Be there at community events, show up at football games, show up at basketball games, be there for people. Don't always be asking what you can do for your own personal growth while it is important, but make sure you spend some time to focus on the growth of your community and the growth of your friends and the growth of your classmates. And that's truly what's going to make this high school experience as rewarding and as amazing as it has been for all of us.
Yeah, so along the lines of family, I just love the inclusivity of this school. Like being with the Pathways gym for the past 3 years has truly made me see how unique all of those children are, or students, sorry, not children. And like not even the people in the gym know all those kids. Like all my friends that aren't in the gym say hi to each of those students every single day. I don't know if you guys know Natalia, but she comes around every single day and she asks for selfies with every single person in the school. It doesn't matter if she doesn't know you or not. And it's just being able to know a lot of people and just everyone respecting each other and not making fun of each other for our differences is just like so unique and so special. And it's honestly my favorite part. The reason I go to school is to see all those kids and everything.
Thank you so much to our amazing student panel for all of their words of advice, all of their feedback, and just all of the kind words they had to say. Congratulations again to our freshman honor roll students, our freshman parents. We're so proud of the work that these students have put in to make these accomplishments. Thank you so much.
Hello, Lake Park High School students. My name is Miss Broderico, and I am your principal. It is a privilege for me to be here today to address you and to be a part of this ceremony. I would like to begin with congratulating all of you on your hard work during your first semester here at Lake Park, and all the while through a pandemic. You should be extremely proud of yourself. The intent of today is to recognize and encourage your continued academic achievement. As your principal, it is my most primary goal to ensure that all Lancers are prepared to be successful and productive when they leave the doors of Lake Park 4 years from now. And you are all in a great position to do just that with the way you have begun your academic career here. You are now on the path to do great things and have even more success. Thank you for your commitment during first semester, and I only hope to be able to give you the same congratulations that I am giving you now at the close of this school year. Keep up the good work, the concentration, and the dedication. But also, please continue to enjoy your high school experience. Once again, congratulations to all of you, and enjoy the rest of the program.